please rise in body and spirit. We're going to be singing May Your Life Be as a Song, number 1059 in the Teal hymnal. And I'm thinking maybe we'll sing through it twice because it's a short song. Welcome to the Unitarian Society of Santa Barbara. Welcome into this loving community of seekers where we strive to live with integrity, nurture wonder, and inspire the actions that transform us and transform the world. I'm the Reverend Julia Hamilton. My pronouns are she, her, and I am delighted to be here with you all this morning on this very special morning, this wonderful service where we recognize the transitions that are happening among us. We recognize the people who work with our children and youth all year long, and most especially, we celebrate two of our youth who are moving into adulthood in this Bridging Sunday to hear the wisdom that they share with us as they prepare to start this new chapter of their lives. Welcome to all of you who are visiting with us this morning, friends and families who are here in this sanctuary, who are joining us in our online sanctuary. It is good to be together in these moments of celebration. We need these moments of celebration in our lives more than ever right now. If you'd like to find out more about this congregation and how you might get connected to us here, you can stop by our visitor table in the garden. You can click on the visitor link so that we can keep in touch with you, ask any questions you like. We do have an opportunity coming up later in June for a new member class, so if you've been coming for a while or if you are a new member and you want to learn more about what that means here, please join me and our membership and outreach coordinator, Kira, for a class that's happening and a new member Sunday happening in June. You can find out more about that at the membership table. And if this congregation is becoming your home, if you feel like this is your people, we would love to welcome you into membership at any time. You can also join on almost any Sunday at our membership table. You can find out more in the garden. We have quite a few things coming up as we head into the summer, into a new season, and I want to highlight that next Sunday there are two big events. One of them is our annual Flower Communion service, one of the most beautiful Sundays in our tradition, celebrated by Unitarian Universalists all over the world, and everyone is invited to bring a flower with them to services on Sunday for that beloved ritual. And then following the service is our annual meeting. This is a time where we as a congregation gather to look at what we've accomplished over the past year, to look ahead at what's coming, to get some exciting updates about the ongoing capital campaign projects that are beginning to roll out, to vote to elect new leadership, and most excitingly right now, to select the new name for the hall on Lower Campus, the culmination of a long process, and voting is open now. So if you're a member of the congregation, you should have gotten a link in your email. You can vote on all of the ballot items at our annual meeting, as well as help select the new name for what was formerly Jefferson Hall on Lower Campus, and then that will be announced next Sunday. Of course, that's not the only voting happening right now. I hope you are also all returning your ballots in the larger election that is happening in our state. 'Tis the season, my friends, for democracy. It's always a good season for democracy, isn't it? There is so much going on in our lives and in our world, and I want to say also, last Sunday we had a potluck, and I want to give a huge thanks out to Whitney and Will and Blaze for coordinating that. And for everyone who brought food and helped clean up. These times of eating together are wonderful and special, and we hope to see more of them in the coming year. So with that, I invite you to take a breath, to gather yourself wherever you are. Allow yourself to be fully present to this moment, this gathered community, as we ring our bell and let the sound connect us. Charlotte.
In a blissfully meditative state there, sorry. We light this chalice to affirm that new light is ever waiting to break through, to enlighten our ways. That new truth is ever waiting to break through, to illuminate our minds. And that new love is ever waiting to break through, to warm our hearts. May we be open to this light and to the rich possibilities that it brings us.
Every Sunday, we take a moment to lift up a good thing in our midst, to think of something we've seen over the past week that brings more joy, more hope, more love into the world, things large and small happening all around us that are antidotes to the fear and cruelty that is so often in the news. So I invite you to think of a good thing, something concrete and real that you can share and talk about at coffee hour, or type into the chat online, or share over the coming week. And as the good thing that I want to lift up in our midst is, of course, that this afternoon we get to participate as a congregation in a very special service, which is the ordination of our former ministerial intern, Carolyn Bierke. It is a good thing that we will be doing at 2 o'clock right back here. All are welcome. This is a congregational effort to welcome someone into new ministry. And so whether you knew Carolyn when she was here among us for a few years, or whether you are new and are just going to meet her as part of this congregation that has supported her journey to ministry, it should be a wonderful celebration at 2 o'clock back here in the sanctuary, and it is a good thing. So let us sing together. We're delighted to have Gwendolyn and the community choir with us this morning, so come on up.
Good morning. Is this on? Good morning. It will be in a moment, I'm sure. Okay, not yet. I'm pretty loud. Well, but we need it for the people at home. What do you want me to do? That one sounds like it's on. Okay, good morning. We're going to sing a song together, and the lyrics are going to be up there for you shortly. They're also in the order of service. We're going to do this a little bit differently this morning. I'm going to teach part one on this side of the congregation, and we're going to teach another part on this side of the congregation, and then part of the choir is going to actually sing the third part. So this will be fun. We're lucky enough to have Brent on percussion, so he'll keep us all together on the rhythm. Not to worry. Okay. You guys can sing this part too if you want to. We are created by sound. Just try that. We are created by sound. We are created by the song of the universe. We are created by the song of the universe. You guys always amaze me with how quick you pick. Okay, I'm going to break it down one more time now. We are created by sound. Your turn. We are created by sound. Next part. We are created by the song of the universe. We are created by the song raise your hand in the choir if you're singing with this side of the room, so they'll keep you going. And then I'm going to bring in this side of the room. Raise your hand if you're singing with this side of the room. There we go. And we're going to mic this center part here so y'all can hear them. Okay. Here we go. Remember your part is, we are created by sound. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, here we go. We are created by sound. We are created by the song of the universe. We are created by sound. Keep that going. Created by the song of the universe. Singing with the trees. Singing with the song of the universe. Singing with the whales. Singing with the honeybees. Singing with the trees. Singing with the song of the universe. Singing with the whales. Singing with the honeybees. Singing with the trees. Singing with the song of the universe. Singing with the whales. Singing with the honeybees. Singing with the trees. Singing with the song of the universe. Singing with the whales. Singing. You're welcome to stand up. Stand up and sing this 3 more times through. Singing with the song of the universe. Singing with the whales. Singing with the honeybees. Singing with the trees. Singing with the song of the universe. Singing with the whales. Singing with the honeybees. Singing with the trees. Singing with the song of the universe. Singing with the whales. Singing with the honeybees. Singing with the trees. Singing with the song of the universe. One more time on this side. Just this side is going to stop. Stop. Singing with the trees. Singing with the song of the universe. Singing with the whales. Okay, now this side is going to stop. With the honeybees. Singing with the trees. Singing with the song of the universe. Singing with the whales. Singing with the honeybees. Great job, everyone. Thank you.
It's fun. Thank you, Gwendolyn and choir. It is that time in our service when we invite children of all sizes and ages to come forward for, it's not going to be quite a story today, but we have some important work to do for our Time for All Ages. So come on forward. Teens are welcome too. I see a few teens back there who might want to participate. I see, thank you, Simon, coming on up. Great. Here they come. Here they come. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Today we're taking, for those of you who don't know me, I'm sorry, I'm Charla Bergante. I am the Director of Religious Exploration around these parts. And this morning, we're taking a moment to thank all the people who volunteered in religious exploration and connection circles this past year. These folks taught classes and facilitated groups for people of all ages, and we appreciate the time and love they brought to the work. And kids, some of you may have noticed that RE teachers ask a lot of questions. Yeah, they're all nodding. Big questions about big things. Things like justice, equity, transformation, pluralism, interconnectedness, and generosity. You guys remember those words? Remember jet pig? Yes, they remember jet pig. One thing we learned in Children's RE is that Unitarian Universalism uses a lot of big words. Did it ever feel like your RE teachers had more questions for you than answers? Yeah, it did, huh? Well, that's because in Unitarian Universalism, we believe that answers to life's biggest questions aren't found in a book. They are found within each of us and among us. And in RE, we explore those big questions throughout our whole lives because our answers change and grow with us. But exploring together is fun and it's full of adventure, joy, challenge, and love. That's why we do it together. And I'm grateful to our volunteers for helping us on our journey this past year. So, love is the one UU value that does not have a big, long name, and it is smack dab in the center of all the other UU values. So let's invite our volunteers up to receive a little love from us. Volunteers, when I call your name, please come up to the chancel and remain there. I'll read every volunteer's name, including those who aren't able to be with us today. And kids, Julia is going to help you pass out little gifts of appreciation to each teacher. And all of you, I know we get excited sometimes, but let's hold our applause until all the volunteers have been named. Okay, here we go. This is a little bit like the Academy Awards. Volunteers in children's, religious exploration, and youth group for the 2025-2026 church year are, we won't be choosing a winner though, they're all winners. Athena Brown, Janice Connolly, Marilee Kraus, Alex Overby, Joey Samora, and Brent Wells. Come on up, all of you. And stay up here. Thank you. Thank you for bringing the spirit of joyful exploration to our children and youth this year. Volunteers in adult religious exploration for this year are Nancy Edmondson, Chuck Flax, Tom Owen Towell, Jack Reef, Gary Welterlin, and Catherine Callahan in memoriam. And thank all of you for challenging us to stay curious and questioning throughout our lives. Not yet, we're not. Our Connection Circle facilitators this year are Becky Blake. Come on up, Becky. I saw you here. Mignon Bradley. Joe Fior. Susan Plummer. Carol Schwitzer. And Kyle Stewart. Come on up. Thank you for inviting us to search our hearts for truth and meaning. To all of our volunteers, thank you for helping us explore what it means to be a Unitarian Universalist, not just here at church on Sunday mornings, but every day and everywhere. Let us make a joyful noise now for these volunteers. Don't go away yet. And while we're feeling that spirit of gratitude, let's give a shout out to all the parents and guardians and grandparents who trust all of us to guide and teach and cherish their children every week. Stand up, parents. Yes. Religious exploration is a family affair. In fact, religious exploration is a whole congregation affair, my friends. As UU religious educator Connie Goodbread says, faith development is all we do. Unitarian Universalism is all we teach. The congregation is the curriculum. What does that mean? It means that every time you engage a child in a conversation, buy a bag of truffles at a youth group fundraiser, greet a visitor, hold a baby so a parent can get a cup of coffee, give an elder a ride to church, say yes to facilitating a workshop or teaching an RE class, lost my place, or help clean up after a potluck, you are teaching all of us what it means to be a Unitarian Universalist in the world. We are a faith of deeds, not creeds, and even the smallest deeds can speak volumes about what we value and who we are to our children, visitors, and to each other. So I invite you, no, I challenge you to come and talk to me or any of our terrific volunteers about lifespan religious exploration during coffee hour today. Ask them why they volunteered. Ask me to help find a role for you, big or small, in RE. We are all UU religious educators in a multi-generational congregation. Some of us just don't know it yet. And I want you to consider stepping into that role more intentionally in the year ahead. There is a place for you in RE, I promise. This congregation is a walking, breathing, living, loving UU curriculum, and I'm proud to be a part of it. Let's make a little more noise for our volunteers and for all of us in religious exploration.
And let us sing our children out to their activities this morning. I invite you now into a moment of reflection, meditation, and prayer. A reflection time that begins as we do each week with honoring our monarch branch, each butterfly on the branch representing someone who was taken from Santa Barbara County by ICE and Border Patrol over the past year and a half. I'm sorry to say that we have actually had to add a second branch to our cluster to make room for the growing number of monarchs, the sad reality that more and more people are being targeted and more families are being torn apart. Sometimes I get an update from our community partners adding people that we only find out about days and weeks later when a family member calls for support or a friend reaches out to find someone who never came back to work. And today is one of those days when we do a cluster of updates, adding 29 butterflies to our branch, bringing our total to over 800. And that's just for our county. That's not for the whole Central Coast. That's just Santa Barbara County. These are our friends, are our neighbors, and we will not be silent while they are targeted for harassment and abuse. And so we will ring our bell 29 times this morning to commit to bearing witness until this violence ends. I invite us now into a moment of settling, holding so much in our hearts in a world that can be so noisy. It is good to allow space and breath to reconnect to that heart of compassion that beats inside of you, to allow your body, mind, and spirit to catch up together. So let us enter into a time of a few moments of quiet, bringing awareness to yourself, to the others around you, to the breath within you, and to the hope that rises when we are together. In just a few moments after the offertory, we will be inviting our Bridging seniors to share their reflection. But every year when a service like this rolls around, it's a challenge to say, what is it in this moment that we are doing in these moments of celebration and transition? The 20th century writer Octavia Butler, if you haven't read her work, I highly recommend it. In her novel, The Parable of the Sower, wrote this: "All that you touch, you change. All that you change, changes you. The only lasting truth is change. God is change." I think about this quote quite often because so much of what we do here at the Unitarian Society is, at its heart, change management. Right? How do we manage all of the changes that come at us so fast and furiously? Sometimes it's internal, personal growth and change. This is a sanctuary in which we can wrestle with those big questions we ask ourselves. Am I the person I want to be? Am I the person I used to be? Am I the person that I hope to become? And how do I navigate that? How do I navigate loss and love and fear? All those big feelings that change us when we allow ourselves to fully experience them. And sometimes the change we wrestle with is outside of ourselves. We show up here to figure out how to navigate this ever-changing world. How do we respond? What do we do with our grief when the world lets us down? How do we celebrate when the world brings us joy? What values do we rely on that will help us make it through? And finally, we don't just wait for the world around us to change. We ask, how do we go about changing this world? It's one of the things I admire most about our Bridgers this morning. How do we use our power? How do we take responsibility for what we touch, for the ways our presence creates ripples that move far beyond us? Change management, my friends. Navigating the inevitable transformations that come with life, individually and collectively. That is what we do here every week. But what I love about the Octavia Butler quote is that she doesn't just stop with the fact that change is inevitable and constant. She goes one further and says that change is the nature of the divine. That change is not just unavoidable, she says, it is holy. And if change is holy, then taking time to honor these threshold moments, the times in our life when change feels the most present, this is very much the work of religious community. Whether or not God is your name for the sacred, we come together in these moments to acknowledge that we change and grow our whole lives, and all of this change management work is sacred work. Because change itself is value neutral. It can be for the better, it can be for the worse. It is up to us to shape it, to guide it, to work toward the kind of change that encourages flourishing and reduces harm, that brings more beauty to the world, and that is guided by love and compassion. All that we touch, we change. So let us reach out with kindness and care. All that we change changes us. So the ways in which we try to change the world are also the ways in which we ourselves are transformed. So today, as two of our youth approach this threshold moment in their lives, preparing to cross the bridge from the familiar here at home to explore a new city, a new school, new challenges and choices, it is good that we celebrate and honor this transition and the transformative change that it brings. And it is good that we listen to them, to allow their words to change us, just as this congregation and the Unitarian Universalist tradition has perhaps changed them. And to recognize that what we do here, especially in these relationships that we build, does not stay contained here, but is released into the world to change all of us for the better. And that is a good thing and worthy of celebration.
Good morning again. A portion of our offering this month goes to Juneteenth, Santa Barbara. We hope you'll join us next month in that celebration. Please join me in the affirmation of gratitude and giving. Let us be grateful when we are able to give, for many do not have that privilege. Let us be grateful for those who share their gifts with us, for we are enriched by their giving. And let us be grateful even for our needs, so that we may learn from the generosity of others.
And now I would like to invite Emma Parent into our pulpit.
Hello there. If we haven't met, my name is Emma, and I've been a part of this congregation since I was 9 years old. I've been in all the RE classes. I went through coming of age, I joined the youth group, and I even work as a childcare assistant on Sundays. I don't know if you've noticed, but our community is very big on reflections, and I have done quite a few over the years as part of our various programs. And the one thing I consistently take away from them is that this faith has taught me to be a better, kinder person. It has encouraged me to be outspoken about the things that matter, as well as listen to the opinions of those I disagree with. It has taught me time again that leading with kindness is the best way to make the world a better place. One of the things I've always appreciated most about our congregation is that no one ever expected me to have all the answers. Instead, it taught me to ask questions that are valuable, whether we were discussing the origins of a holiday in RE, doing volunteer work in youth group, or participating in social justice. I was reassured that real growth comes from curiosity. As a kid, I didn't realize how rare that was, and looking back now, I see how fortunate I was to be brought up in a community that encouraged me to think for myself as well as care for others. I think I would be a very different person if it weren't for the people here, and because of them, I know the kind of person I want to be out in the world. I want to be curious and respectful. I want to be loving and compassionate, and I want to be smart and resilient. But most of all, more than anything, I want to be someone who creates real change. I hope that all the kids here will grow up in this community, will make the same connections that I did, and that they will keep coming back just like I will. I hope they remember all the Sundays I played with them and read to them while their parents were in service. And I hope they recognize how lucky they are to be raised in a place filled with so much love and compassion. Most of all, I hope they find what I found here, which is a well of support that strives to let them become the best version of themselves. Spirituality is a deeply complex thing for me, and I don't know if I'll ever really know where I stand on it. The world tells us that religion is incredibly black and white, believing and not believing, and that feels really polarizing. I'm so endlessly grateful for the space I have been given here to explore and understand God on my own terms, with the full and unconditional support of all the mentors around me. That freedom to question and reflect and grow is one of the greatest gifts I've ever been given, and those gifts expand far beyond this place, and they are lessons I know I will continue to rely on throughout my life. Not many people get to grow up in a community like this, and even though I'm moving on to the next part of my life, I know I will continue to grow because of this community. Thank you for helping raise me. Thank you for challenging me, supporting me, and believing in me. And thank you for creating a space where young people can learn not only who they are, but who they would like to become. Thank you all.
Phoebe Kuntz, I invite you to take the pulpit.
Hey, y'all. So, ever since I was little, I've chafed at the idea that I was too young to make change. I wanted to make my mark on the world from a very young age. Probably from the first time I learned about issues like homelessness, the climate crisis, but especially prejudice and discrimination in our society. I think that's pretty natural. As a kid, I definitely had trouble with things that weren't fair, and a lot of these issues really struck a chord with me. I remember hearing that the youth are our future, and I felt inspired to make change in my community. But my issue was that I had no idea where to start, and I felt limited by my age. I wanted to start a website, organize a protest, or do something, but it felt impossible to break into these spaces as a tween and younger. Everything changed for me when my mom enrolled me in UU's coming of age program, though. I was placed alongside other kids, and we explored things that are actually important, like spirituality, our core values, and who we wanted to be in the world. At UU, I didn't feel like my age restricted me from making positive change. It actually opened up new opportunities to help others. UU gave me so many opportunities to change my community for the better. I remember packing school supplies for children waiting at the border, or during the warming center, serving food to unhoused people. Really connected me to my community in a way that I don't think I could do without UU. Coming of age gave me the confidence to continue to be ambitious and chase my dreams of bettering our world for not just my high school career, but my college journey as well. Throughout the past 4 years, I have seen just how much of a joy it is to get out in our community and stand for what's important. For example, a couple things I've done. I was a big buddy and an art teacher to 5th and 6th graders at McKinley Elementary. I recently ran a booth educating our community about the Sable oil pipeline and participated in a recent march against ICE. Fuck ICE. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but yeah! Through the sheer amount of opportunities to connect with my community, I say community a lot, UU has shaped who I am today. And it's a huge part of why I'm graduating with the State Seal of Civic Engagement. As I move on to the next chapter of my life at Bard College, making the world a better place will remain my #1 priority. Whether it be through school programs like Bard's Prison Initiative, look it up, it's pretty cool, or through the music and film that I create, or just being a role model for future queer basketball players. I just want to say thank you, UU, for everything you've done for me, and thank you, Mom, for bringing me into this wonderful community. Thank you.
Said it would be here. I can just take this one, I guess. I said, when we did the mic test, we determined I should pick it up and hold it like this. Good morning. My name is Christina Boardman, and I have had the privilege of knowing Phoebe for 3 years and Emma for 8 as a teacher, and in Emma's case, a colleague. When I heard that they were bridging, I asked to take some time to appreciate them and how they have grown over the years and give them a charge as they enter the world as emerging adults. Phoebe, your dedication to social justice, as we all just heard, is undeniable. You never hesitate to speak up for justice, but you're also a good listener. You encourage those around you to speak up, and I particularly appreciate you and your sibling B, the way you and your sibling B support each other. B joined one of my last elementary classes, and I had Phoebe in class without B when I first transitioned into youth group coordinator, and having seen you apart, I know you both light up when you're together. Well, I'm happy that we get to keep B in youth group. We'll miss having you in class together. I have learned, Phoebe, that the best way to get you to turn up to youth group is to do something that helps a marginalized group of people. I've seen you serving food at the warming center and handing out fresh baked cookies to our neighbors in the park. Woodwin, Phoebe's mother, told me that Phoebe co-founded the Rainbow Connection, the first LGBTQ+ group at Crane School. Phoebe, you're one of the helpers that Fred Rogers spoke about. And we need helpers right now. You are becoming an emerging adult at a scary time. We just need to look at our monarchs or the state violence and control of pregnant people to know that this is a scary world you're emerging into. And while that sucks for you, we are so lucky to have you and have your help. The world needs people who just do the things that need to be done. Emma, you have been such an asset to this community over the years. From your participation in the service trips in Mexicali and other youth group fundraisers, your role in childcare and your mentorship of our younger children. In the time that I've known you, the thing that I've found most notable about you is how deep a moral thinker you are. When I first met you at like age 10, you never shied away from asking the uncomfortable question. You also never looked for the answer that the teacher thought was right. You wanted to know what felt right for you, especially if that meant there was more than one answer. Emma, you embody our UU value of pluralism. When we talk about religion, you comfortably sit with awkward paradoxes and gaps in our capacity for knowledge and understanding. When we have worked together on social justice projects, I am continually wowed by your ability to work through conflicting needs and come up with approaches that center the inherent worth and dignity of everyone involved. One of the things I've learned, being in Emma's presence, is an appreciation for Taylor Swift. As a role model that teaches young women to value themselves and their happiness, in a world that constantly tells young women not to be too much. Emma, your ability to stand up for yourself astounds me. And yet your assertiveness is never divorced from your nuanced worldview. Thinking about conversations we've had about setting boundaries and standing up for yourself, I was reminded of this Terry Pratchett quote. "All witches are selfish," the Queen said. But Tiffany's third thought said, "Turn that selfishness into a weapon. Make all things yours. Make other lives and dreams and hopes yours. Protect them. Save them. Bring them into the sheepfold. Walk the gale for them. Keep away the wolf. My dreams, my brother, my family, my land, my world. How dare you take these things? Because they are mine. I have a duty." So now for our charge to both of you. This was difficult to come up with because you are already growing into such wonderful people. Thinking about you as emerging adults, emerging wise elders, my hope for both of you, you Emma and you Phoebe, is that you remember self-care as a radical act. I want you to value and trust yourselves, but also not be afraid to change. To use another Terry Pratchett quote, "Why do you go away? So that you can come back. So that you can see the place you came from with new eyes and extra colors. And the people there see you differently too. Coming back where you started is not the same as never leaving." So here's your charge. Be too much. Be selfish, be loud, be angry and take up space. Grow and change, but never forget to come home to yourself and what feels true to you. You are both so smart and so kind. You can trust yourselves to know what's right.
So as we close our service, this is an opportunity now for all of us to send these fine folks out into the world with our blessings. So come on up, Phoebe and Emma. Come stand next to Charlotte and I. It is an honor for all of us at the Unitarian Society to share this moment with you and your family as you cross the bridge toward the path of your adult life. We would like to send you off with a small gift along with our blessings, a chalice flame to keep the flame of this faith and this community with you wherever you go, and a book of readings that has been compiled especially for Unitarian Universalist young adults to provide inspiration and a reminder that as you use, our personal faith is always growing and evolving. Phoebe and Emma, please know that no matter where life takes you, you always have a home base here at the Unitarian Society of Santa Barbara. So, Emma Parent and Phoebe Coons, we bless you today. May your mind be on fire with wonder and wisdom.
May your heart be aflame with love for this life.
May your hands be ignited with purpose.
And may your spirit be aglow with courage and compassion.
Emma and Phoebe, you are a light unto the world, and you carry our steadfast love with you wherever you go. And now I invite all of you to rise in body and spirit and repeat after me. All of these people are here today to bless you, so please say, we bless you.
We bless you.
We love you.
We love you.
We have been changed by you.
We have been changed by you.
May your life unfold with joy.
May your life unfold with joy.
Amen. May it be so, and blessed be. You may be seated. You can stay right where you are. We are going to sing together again a song called How Could Anyone? This was a song that I chose specifically for today. This was a song we used to sing when I was in youth group, going through these same celebrations of tradition. It is beloved in our youth movement and beyond, all around the world. So please join us in singing number 1053, How Could Anyone? And let's sing through it twice. If you want to take hands with someone near you, if you have permission from them, or hold your hands over your heart if you prefer, or just hold them open wherever you are, get connected. Get connected to that larger love that moves through us and among us and beyond us. And as you go out into this beautiful and heartbreaking world, may the light of love shine upon you. Out from within you, be gracious unto you and bring you peace. For this is the day we are given. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. And let us call out a blessing.
Call out a blessing,
And that is, as our youth leave, we are going to make a bridge here over the center aisle. So if you're standing on the aisle, Gwendolyn, can you demonstrate with Charla? Just go ahead and make that bridge over. And I am going to send our emerging adults out through the bridge we are making with our love and care of this community.
Wow. Doesn't that take me back? Oh my gosh, I know.
See you next season. When did it start? Okay, I'll be ready. Thank you, Gwendolyn. It's such a joy working with you. How do you want to do this?
Thank you. What a gift you give by offering this. Yes.
Yeah, thanks for singing soprano so beautiful. No, really beautifully.
Thanks. Yeah, it's fun, but it's fun to bop around. It's fun to just see like what's needed. So, but thank you. Are you going to do this in the fall? Do you think? Are you?
Yeah, I'm just
Okay.
gonna have Alicia kind of hop in and
Oh yeah, you're
support
teaming up.
and
Yeah.